All right, guys, so just got out of the interview. It went a little past the half an hour, but he didn't have another set of people to interview after us, so he let us talk. I was very grateful that he answered all my questions, and he had answers to all my questions. That was the best part. This company seems really put together, folks. I don't know. I've got a really good feeling about this. I'm kind of hoping. I've got a really good feeling about this. And he actually offered me the possibility of being able to drive the semi to go get the produce from the main hubs, which right now is Detroit, but they're thinking about changing that to somewhere in Indiana instead. And I put my 2 cents in on that as well, so that would probably be a better choice. Because coming through Michigan, the roads are rough. You end up in the snow belt. You drop a little farther south, and you avoid a lot of those headaches and wear and tear on your vehicles. There was so much they went over, and you guys, I'm grinning from ear to ear over here. I feel really good about this. I hope I make their cut. I interviewed with one other person, so it turned out to be not so bad, because even though it was a group interview, the other person didn't show. They were interviewing in small groups, so my fear was that I was going to be in a room with like 20 people being interviewed, which that wasn't the case, thank goodness. And this would be like a 10-hour-a-day kind of job. You're expected to deliver anywhere from 80 to 100 boxes a day once they get their subscriptions up. And they have software that routes for you. And he did say the software is kind of basic and simple, and you can easily outsmart it. And they actually encourage that until they find some better software for routing purposes. But he said you'll see quickly how it works and what it does, and you'll be able to outsmart it in no time. But we'll start basically in Cleveland. They're starting in late August. Their original start date was supposed to be September, but he said they're going to start up a little bit earlier. We'll go in for training, and he described what the training would be like. They have almost like, have you seen the Amazon packages being delivered at your places? They take a picture of where it was delivered, and everything is in this app. It tells you where you need to go, who your next customer is, if there's any customer directions specific to that customer, like, they want the box under the bench on the side porch, that kind of deal. Then you take a picture of it, and it all gets stored in there, so that when the customer calls and says, hey, I found that on my front porch, not on my side porch, and you go, well, they took a picture of it, here it is, it's your side porch, it's, very evident that's the case. Somebody else had moved that box, sorry, whatever. But yeah, so I don't know. They really seem to have their ish together, people. Gosh, I hope I'm not being overly optimistic like I tend to be sometimes. But whatever. I am who I am. I is what I is. No one's gonna change me. At least I hope not. Okay. So it's gonna be like a Tuesday through Friday thing. Even with the doing the semi-truck, I'd be home every night. It starts off at like 16 and a quarter, and it's hourly, and I get paid hourly. There's no commissions whatsoever for the drivers, but if you do referrals and you give them, your little special card with your special number on it, and customer calls in and says, hey, I was referred by Linda, .20, then you get so many of those a month, and I guess they give you a substantial bonus. I think he was saying out in California, you get 15 of those a month. They're getting like a $500 bonus, which is good incentive. I'm not going to say I'm going to go out fishing for that kind of thing, but it's a nice thing to have. if you're in the time and place to go ahead and just slip a card to somebody, they're interested, you know, I don't push it on anybody. If somebody says to me they're interested in something, I tell them about something. If I happen to get a little feedback for it, great. But yeah, I still want to keep my driving job over at Enterprise for a little bit. I don't want to leave them hanging. So I'm supposed to hear back within a week, supposedly, as to whether or not I will show up for the training process later on. Wow, I really hope I get this. And I would like to be able to give Enterprise a decent, amount of time to say, hey, I found something else, because they'll need to hire another supervisor for over there at the Avis trial gig that they're doing. And I already have somebody in mind that I'd like to recommend to them for that as well. But we'll see. Whatever. I mean, it's up to them whoever they hire or don't hire. But yeah. All right. So maybe this, maybe I found my niche, and it's food service related. So I get to bring those 35 years of food service, to the table as well, and then my driving, and mix that all together. And hey guys, pretty awesome. So hey Colleen, how are you? I'm just driving home. Actually, I'm going by the infamous Automotive Creations right about now, and he's over here on this side. That's my wizard of all things automobile, Mr. Jim at Automotive Creations. He's my savior when it comes to cars. Oh, hey Shelly, how are you? I was just talking about a new job opportunity I have. I just went on an interview for a company called Imperfect Produce. And I really like everything they had to say. And I had a million questions for them. And he answered every one of them, and he answered them very favorably. This is really exciting to me. All right, folks. So I've got the windows rolled up, and it's getting really hot through here. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Roll down my windows and go. I don't know. What am I going to do? I think I need to go put fuel in my car, and I have a little bit of grocery shopping to do. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day, and I will let you know what does or doesn't happen in the next week. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a great day.